Alright guys, welcome back. We are now on yet another part 17 of Seiken Densetsu 3. This time, we will be following Lise and Hawk's storyline as they enter the Mana Holy Land. So, here we are at the Corridor of Wind. I have class changed Lise, Hawk, and Angela to their final tiers. Lise is a Star Lancer, whereas Hawk is a Wanderer Lise is a Star Lancer, which is her Light then Dark class. Hawk is a Wanderer, which is his Light, and Angela is a Rune Master, which is Rune Master. Let me check to make sure. Yes, Rune Master, which is her Dark then Light class. So, of course, thanks to Angela being a Rune Master, we had to struggle through 20 levels of her only level 1 spells and Dark Force. Well, not really that bad, but either way. So let's go ahead and get out of the Corridor of Wind. It was a convenient mana stone to class change them up. And it's also right next to Rolante, now that they have all of the spirits to go and obtain Flammy. The reason why it's the level up music is because it was saved just after they had class changed. And similar to how Super Metroid is, the music for an area does not change until you go to a different zone. Like, for example, when you leave the cleft or the Corridor of Wind to go back to the Path of the Heavens, that's when the music changes. Alright. Yeah, same old, same old. Make your way around the path, or make your way around the summit path till you get up to Flammy. Now, the thing about Angela is that if you take her to the Rune Master class, the Dark Light, she only learns single target spells, and she only has Dark Force as her only spell for her Dark class. But her Rune Master class learns to the level 3 spells as single target spells, which, in addition to doing massive elemental damage, also stat down the opponents. And then she also learns the Death spell, which, as long as her level is equal to or higher than the target, deals a guaranteed 999 damage, or instantly kills the enemy if it's just a normal miss. So, very powerful, has a pretty big payoff, but also has some pretty terrible stats, actually, overall. Even though she gets the most powerful spells in the game. Whereas if you take her to her Dark class, which I believe is Archmage, she learns to multi-target all of the level 2 spells, and gets a pretty powerful spell called the Rainbow Spell. I think it's Rainbow Spell. Does basically it's a non-elemental spell that hits all enemies on the screen. Honestly, the light classes are better. I only chose the Dark class on this playthrough just because switching back, so I have both styles of play for her. Same with having a Light Side Hawk on the main playthrough and a Dark Side Hawk on his guest appearance in Kevin's scenario. And look, everybody's dead. Alright, and time to start fighting rabbits. Ashihara Flute. I should probably not put it in storage just yet, in case I pick up any other items. What's the chest? And of course it's the Kaiser Mimic. Generally speaking, it's better idea to have Hawkeye or Hawk pick up the to pick up chests, because he almost never has he almost never encounters a trap. And that was everyone's level 3 techs. Alright, so now since Lise is in her light class, she learns stat up spells instead of stat down. The Star Lancer learns to multi-target the stat up spells, which is the main reason why we went with her. So that way it lessens the number of times you actually need to cast them. Whereas if we went with her, if we went with the other class, which I can't remember the name of for the life of me, then she would still only have these single target spells, but she would have better overall stats. Generally speaking, the pure classes, the light, or dark, are stronger classes. Like, they have better stats, are harder hitting, and have stronger weapons and whatnot. Whereas the mixed classes, light, dark, and dark, light, generally are more versatile classes. Alright, so continuing onward with the Man of Holy Land. Thanks, Rabbi. Alright, and we are now at the tree. Alright, and of course the Mana Stone Blessing, which we've already seen twice before. got a sword we'll never use. Alright, now we can toss Booskaboo into storage. Because now we have plenty to fly wherever we want to. Okay, so, once again, make your way out of the Mana Holy Land. Surprisingly enough, Angela has nothing to say to the Darkshire Knight, despite the fact that Corrin is dead. If you have Duran with you, Duran will actually pipe in and say something. Oh look, it's Death Jester. And away he goes. And I believe if Carly is with you, she'll pipe in something about Heath. And of course, since we met the Darkshire Knight and Death Jester, who else could have kidnapped the fairy but Bigu and Jagan? Alright, so. Off we go to the Navarre Castle, or Sand Fortress Navarre. Which, if you remember, when we were going after Salamando way back in the playthrough for Angela and Duran, they actually open the entrance, which you're required to do during the course of the playthrough. But since we have Flaming, we just fly through the door. And of course, there are enemies all over the place. This is the Ninja Fortress. Nothing we can fight there. Not the most straightforward place. Of course, being that it is a ninja fortress, course there's going to be locked doors. Ah, you can't damage me if you're dead. Hawk should open chests. No, that's not the way to go. We can find the key to that center door. Or at least an alternate entrance. Oh, there's a staircase. Let's see where this leads. There we go. And of course, as before, the sword gets heavy, electrocutes its wielder, and the partner casts anti-magic to break the seal on the sword. And now we get to see all the stones crack again. So, the God Beasts have revived once again. The world is in peril. Now, you might be wondering why I'm going back into the Navarre Fortress. Well, one thing that Hawk and Lise have, if you're doing a normal playthrough, unlike what I did, is once you've cleared out the Navarre Fortress the first time, an enemy type known as the Lesser Demon will start spawning. These guys can drop the question mark seed before you have to fight a God Beast, or before you have to go to a God Beast Fortress. And if you manage to get some, you can use you can basically grind your way up to level 38 and get the final class change before even fighting a single God Beast. Just trying to see if I can find where one spawns. There we go. Right here in the throne room. So you can use that to get the class. You can drop the question mark seeds off at one of the pots in the at the ends to get the final class change items long before you would normally be able to get them on a Angela or Kevin playthrough. All right. Anyway, with that in mind, let's go ahead and get over to the save points. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and save here. And that's going to do it for this video. So stay tuned when we continue the main story proper when I come back in a few minutes. See you guys in a little bit.